Everyone, welcome to this week's Talking Bull podcast. I'm Anthony. This is Nick.
Hi.
We are here to bring you your weekly nerd news pop culture rundown, as well as our main topic for the week. This week's main topic is us. Woohoo! We're going to talk about us, our awesomeness, where we have been for the last 10 weeks, where we plan to go in the future.
Also, we're talking about like this us, not like past us. Like,
well, no, that's a train wreck. We
like
don't
not
talk
stories like from beyond.
From beyond.
From beyond.
No, we don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those stories.
And where we plan to go, what we want kind of out of Talking Bull, that type of thing. That being said, we are actually going to start with that, just to give you guys kind of a mission statement, if you will,
This
of
should
where we are.
Be what that first video is that plays.
Yeah.
This will be a better layout of that 30-second video on the YouTube page.
Yeah, we
really half-assed that video.
We did, but it got enough views on it that I keep changing the videos at the end of it to get people to watch the other videos.
Yeah.
So
it works. It does what it's supposed
this is
to.
more of an extended cut of that video
yeah.
that we did. I think like week 6.
Oh, not week 3 or something. Like that one was pretty early.
Yeah, we needed kind of a trailer for the channel because it seems everyone has one of those. Mm-hmm. So basically, like as we learned what we were doing and kind of what we wanted to do and set a schedule, we were like, oh, we need a trailer for the channel.
Yeah.
So we cut that together rather quickly. So now we're going to kind of give you our full gist of what we think, what we want, and how we think this channel is going to go and what we want to do in the future. We figured week 10, we've done enough of these now. We kind of got our sound and kind of our video and audio cues and everything the way we kind of want them. So we figured now was a good time to throw everything out there and, hey, this is what we're going to do, what we want going forward, and our goals and things like that. And Mr. Prepared over here has a mission statement, so we'll give you that, and then I'll give you kind of what I want to do.
Well, I don't know. I just it's not structured as a mission statement. It is just point form.
Well, that's fine. Okay. That's still a statement.
Yeah. I guess what I'm looking for is to just continue to build from where we are.
Yeah.
I want to be able to discuss things more with the community based on like the group pages like Facebook, Twitter, and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. If something does happen, big news breaks, I want to be able to go on there and then discuss it live with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not wait always to do the
engage
video.
in our community.
Yeah, like I want to engage better. We did meet our June goal of 10 subscribers because we have 11 right now.
Yeah.
So
that was
thank you 10 and 11.
Thank you. That was a really happy moment for us. We don't have expectations of like we know we know we're not going to immediately put out a video and it's going to get thousands of views.
No. We're
realistic at this goal that we know it's going to take a really long time to build this. We enjoy doing this. This is our conversations that you hear us in the videos. We see a piece of news, we discuss it and either make jokes about it or theorize like what's going to happen. We would have that conversation anyways. So we thought we would bring that to you. People who either enjoy this content or maybe have never fully divulged, like gone into like a movie casting or thought about The Simpsons versus Family Guy or which is better or things like that, or discussions about the media and things like that. We wanted to bring that to you guys. Hey, we think, hey, we're kind of entertaining. Let's bring that to people. And for the people that seem to watch us on a regular basis seem to enjoy our content, where I've mentioned, hey, I seen you talk about this. I regularly want people who watch this video to go to our various social medias, and if you see something that you want to talk about or you're not quite sure about, let us know, when we want to discuss it with you.
Let us know there and not in person when we see you again.
Yeah,
'cause that's how it has to start somewhere.
Yeah,
and unfortunately it has to start on your end.
Yeah,
you know, like we can't respond to someone who hasn't asked us a question.
Yeah.
So if you're asking us questions in person, don't wait until you see me in person next time. Ask me on Facebook. Ask us on Twitter. You know, like
Yeah, we're getting to a point now where we have our set schedule of how we want to release these videos. So if you got we'll post I think in the Facebook group you can post, right? Mm-hmm. Like have a main page. We'll post how we're going to post videos. So you'll know Friday barring some kind of incident or prior commitments or something, we will record this podcast Friday. So if you have a question or story or a topic you want us to discuss, post it there or post it on any of our thing or in the comments of the video. I'm checking those regularly. I check the YouTube analytics probably 17 times a day.
Yeah, hoping for a giant spike.
Hoping for a giant spike.
Just like praying, oh God. Like, I hope every other video was removed on YouTube, and now we're the only ones to watch.
Yeah, there's no other content, just us. Well, last night, for example, I knew that we weren't going to get a ton of views on those, but Crash Bandicoot came out yesterday, and that was a big game for me, and I wanted to jump the gun and get a bunch of Let's Plays out as fast as possible. Maybe try to get ahead of the curve of people that are obviously going to get all the views to maybe we show up in the search thing.
Yeah.
We did not.
We still didn't.
I looked. But on the channel, I got up. It was midnight. The game unlocked at midnight. I was able to record footage, edit the footage, and put it out for you guys. That's kind of what I want to aim for with at least big game releases or even movie releases for that matter. Either whether it being that day or the midnight release or anything like that, I want to try and get ahead so you guys can see the stuff that we talk about.
Yeah.
And like my goal ultimately at some point is for Sony to be like, hey, these people have influence. Give me the game a week beforehand. That like realistically, that's kind of what I'm aiming for.
Yeah,
it may not happen, but that's ultimately would be my goal. Is a publisher sees that we have some sort of traction with our fans, new or old, and hopefully get some more.
Oh yes, hopefully
get a lot more and subscribers and views to where we have influence, to where people want to see our reviews before let's say the embargo goes up and stuff like that.
Yeah. I just want us to add, like, we're going to continue to grow and figure out what exactly we are doing because we still have no idea.
Oh yeah, we just wing it.
We're going to continue making content and slowly watch the numbers grow. With more viewers, I'm looking forward to Talking Bull with you through Facebook or Twitter. You see what I did there?
Yeah. He's witty, this one.
I guess future, like extreme, like future goals.
Yeah.
Would just be being able to do this like full time.
Oh yeah.
Like extreme future goals.
Yeah, like my my ultimate goal, as we keep saying, is I'm going to try and figure out and try to start streaming on Twitch. Or YouTube. I haven't decided which one really. Maybe I'll try out both one week.
We got a lot of
we have a lot of ideas. It's
forward. Just
time, money, and implementing these is kind of where we want to be.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of, like I said, time, effort, and money to get this, and we slowly roll things out.
We don't have a lot of any of that.
Yeah,
we don't have time or money.
No, like ultimately, I would love to upgrade our camera. Right now, we're using it's not a bad camera, but I would love a camera that we can take to various places
like
and record. Yeah, like basically, like a high definition camera where we record, have several cameras, kind of thing for our Let's Plays. But that's far from in the future. Just an upgrade. Like our mics right now are great. We don't know how to work them totally for everything, which is why I picked up a different mic that allows me to go on Twitch and use said mic without having to hook up all this and figuring out how that worked. Because if you guys have watched us on a regular basis, sound quality and whatnot.
Yeah, so just like I said, moving
forward.
And then, like I said, I would just want to be able to engage more.
Yeah.
Comment, like, follow, subscribe. CLFS at TalkingBull. All those things.
Yeah.
Comment, like, follow, subscribe.
I know a bunch of people who are like, hey, I watch it, or hey, I've seen it. And my main thing is subscribe, comment, like,
follow, subscribe.
All what he just said, everything.
Follow, subscribe.
I know it's annoying to hear us constantly say that, but it really
That's
does
what we
help
need.
us out.
It's like we were saying earlier. It means nothing if you ask me tomorrow what was meant in the video in person.
Yeah, like
No, comment on the video and ask us
our
there.
view, like overall numbers for certain things do not add up to the number of likes, followers, and subscribers that we have. They just don't add up.
Yeah.
So please comment, like, follow, subscribe.
CLFS Talking Bull.
That is our new mantra.
It is. Now, we're actually going to title that episode this.
Oh, that's what the okay.
That's what
Yes.
this title. Episode 10 is comment, like, follow, subscribe.
I don't know if you guys
CLFS.
know this, but when we first started doing the first few, we thought it'd be really funny to make joke titles. And as
Then
we got farther
about
along,
4 episodes
we
in, were
realized
like,
how
"Fuck."
hard it was to keep making joke titles.
Yeah, we were like, fuck.
We're like, shit, our fans want us to keep doing this. And then we're like, no,
Use the
no.
word- use the word
fan
fans
lightly.
loosely.
Yeah, the fans in the room.
Yeah, literally.
They're like, we like titles. But, I had a point I wanted to make, but I can't remember what it is now. We are slowly figuring out how to put this podcast in audio form on a bigger platform than SoundCloud. Because, one, SoundCloud is a pain in the ass. And two, a lot of people don't listen to things on SoundCloud, even though it's there.
Yeah.
But it constantly wants you to download the app as opposed to just letting someone listen to something. And I know a lot of people don't want to engage in that. So we've been trying to figure out how to get it onto a platform so that we can put it on the bigger platform, which would be iTunes. We are working on that currently. We're hoping within the next 2 podcasts to have it out in audio form. We thought about putting it out on YouTube just in audio form, but we didn't want to just keep throwing videos onto the platform.
Yeah.
Much like we have decided that we are not going to post the full video as I'd have been doing the last few weeks. We would post 1 and 2 on Monday and Tuesday, and then Friday I would post the full thing. We decided that was redundant because the views just warrant posting that random video for no reason. So we're hoping to get it onto a bigger platform so you can just listen to the audio form of this without having to use, let's say, your bandwidth on your phone or whatever to watch the video. Some people just like to listen to things. So, and ultimately it is a podcast. It was at least this was meant to be audio. The video is just because you want to see these ugly mugs for some reason. But you know, the hat, you want to see the hat. And this fancy logo. Yeah.
No, I had that actually was my next point. We have plans for the show in the next couple of weeks. Look forward to that. Some of the plans based on conversations I had recently might be changing. Conversations I had like 45 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? Those plans might not be happening now.
Yeah.
So those plans might be happening. But we have ideas and we have plans moving forward. And we're going to have to rediscuss some things. But yes, we definitely want to make the audio for this available.
What we are saying is this is not going anywhere. Where it is may be a different situation. We're still going to keep doing this. Just where all this shit's plugged in is going to be different. Maybe. Hopefully not. But we'll cross to that bridge and let you know when we get to it.
Yep. Or it'll be under a bridge.
Or it'll be under a bridge with a generator I find on the streets.
Hooked up to a fucking car battery.
Yeah, pretty much. You got any more points on there?
No, that was it.
Okay, so what I'm hoping to do is, for myself at least, just under the Talking Bull banner, I want to post more gameplay footage because I like playing games. Not necessarily nick in them. Whether, like, because we'll probably play multiplayer games or games that are co-op that we find interesting. I know there's a few more games that we want to try, as well as the Nick tries. We find those videos hysterical.
I will continue to try those.
There's a few coming down the pipeline that we have as well, and then we're going to there's a few more games that I want him to try out. So, and we're hoping, again, it all comes down to money. We're hoping to throw some older games on there. You guys can see us play older games that we talked about in the previous video, or the video before that, gaming consoles that we
the
playing
history
as
of the
kids.
gaming consoles, all that stuff.
All those favorite games we had as a kid, we hope to like show you footage of, so you can be like, oh, I remember that, and like a nostalgia thing, and hopefully down the line we can get that going. But just for the main channel, now that I know how to hook up the other mic and everything, and I tested it out with Crash, I'm hoping to do more Let's Plays for you guys so you can see it on a regular basis. But our main posting schedule, I'm going to say for right now, which we will post later on the social medias that we have, will be Monday will be the first half of the podcast going forward after this one, because we're going to post this one differently. Will be the main
anniversary.
10th week anniversary. The main rundown of the news. And then the second half will be our topic. And we're aiming to have the podcast be a relatively the same length every week, so you know what you're getting into video-wise. And then Nothing Wednesday, and then Thursday we'll post the our Let's Plays or the Nick Tries on a rotating basis. So 1 week you'll get our co-op gameplay, and then the next week you'll get the Nick Tries. And then Friday, once we figure out how to get where we're posting the audio version will go up in its full form, so you can listen to that. And then if you want to wait till you get the video, that'll go live Monday. So you won't. That way,
we'll post all this.
Yeah, we'll post it all in a post.
We'll post the schedule somewhere.
Yeah. Listen to our incoherent rambling.
Yeah, we're making it up. Literally, what he just said, I had no idea. No, we've talked about it.
Yeah, we shifted the schedule a few weeks ago, just when we got rid of that full thing, because we realized we were front loading the whole week, the first half of the week with videos, and we didn't want to do that because it's not good in the long term for viewership if you front load all your videos in the front, because people get overwhelmed and they don't want to watch things.
Yeah.
So
we want to try to spread it out.
Yeah.
And not reposting the same video.
Exactly.
Like the idea of posting the full Friday video and
stuff.
It's like,
unless at some point down the road people want that, they want the full video not cut in half and they just want to watch it all Friday, then maybe we'll do that later on. But as of right now, we're cutting that out. So there is the playlist of, I think, of the first 6 on there. So, and I'm also going to try on YouTube at least to put videos that we have into more of the playlist that I've started. I know I'm a few weeks behind on the reacts. I think there's only 2 in there and we have 5. So I'm gonna try more. That way, if you guys want to just click the playlist and watch it all the way through, or just burn through it, it'll at least be in there.
Just play it in the background. You don't even have to be in the room.
Yeah. Hit mute. You don't even have to listen. Just watch. Just hit play and leave. On multiple devices.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything like that. So, yeah. And also, our ultimate really is, like, I really want to be able to be, like, not an IGN, but, like, you know, like your Rooster Teeth, your Funhouse, your Kind of Funnies, which we've modeled and stole most of their ideas for posting content. Go to events and be Talking Bull, representing us there. Like, go to a con and we would be Talking Bull there and report things to you from the show floor. Yeah. And give you a tour with, hence why I want the camera, of things that are at the con. That is another ultimate goal of mine, and you know, interview people there, not necessarily famous people, just people in maybe cool cosplays or things like that at the actual different cons and things like that down the line. I would really enjoy doing that. We like going to cons that we've been to, and I think going there as Talking Bull, being able to shoot footage and doing things like that would just add to the awesomeness that is cons already. Yeah. So that's pretty much our ideas going forward. If you have any ideas of what we should do, or maybe a content idea, comment, like follow, subscribe.
CLFS Talking Bull. Okay.
That's it, guys. That's it. That's what we like. All what he just said. So it'll just help us engage with you guys better, and you know what we want, kind of thing. News. We are moving on to the news. God, I cannot wait for Comic-Con to start, because we've been saying this for a few weeks, but news is dry. This week, I think, is just the lowest form of We tried to find anything that could be interesting.
Like we said in a few minutes ago, you said like we're gonna aim for these videos to all be the same length.
Yeah,
which is like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
this one might not be an hour and a half.
No. So I think I'm gonna start off with game news again because these stories are kind of rapid fire, but there is that big news story that came out earlier in the week that I think everyone kind of got excited for and mad. There was a lot of reactions for this story, but justifiably based on what happened with the last thing. So we'll start off with Sega releasing their classic games on mobile for free.
Your hand.
What? Oh, I'm hitting the thing.
Yeah.
We both have this thing where we have a tendency to hit things and they send mic sounds, and we keep doing it. But yeah, so Sega, I guess, put a bunch of their games on mobile for free. It's under the Sonic Forever, and each month they'll add new games. So right now they have Sonic the Hedgehog, Phantasy Star 2, Comic Zone, Kid Chameleon, and Alter Beast. A few of those games, not bad. I guess the problem is Sonic is a port from a few years ago, so it's optimized for mobile. But the other games are not, and I guess they're really hard to play, or they don't run.
They made that Sonic mobile runner a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that is that what they're running?
No, this is the actual Sonic game.
The actual game.
The actual Sonic game from back in the day.
I saw that.
Yeah, the Sonic Forever thing, right?
Yeah. Because just the other day I was on the iStore.
Yeah.
And it's on there. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the actual fucking game.
Yeah. I was going to check it out myself, and then I saw this, and I was like, oh shit. I guess I'll just keep playing Ninja Turtle Legends. Cheap plug for that. Hey, send me money. I'll plug your game some more. Yeah, we should have talked about that in the thing.
Those are ideas.
Sponsors.
Those are ideas.
Someone pays us to sell their shit. We've made that joke a million times, I think, already in this podcast. So all the games are completely free, but with ads, much like every other mobile game on the platform. If you give them $1.99, it'll turn off the ads. It's a one-time thing. So for $2, you can turn off ads, and at least right now, you're getting these 5-6 games. Some work well, but here's the thing. I guess it's very split. Like, it works for some people really well, and other people it doesn't.
Oh, so it's random.
Yeah, it's kind of random. I'll probably check it out because I do love playing Sonic, regardless of what console it's on. So... then we got a couple PlayStation-related stories. So I guess it was reported earlier in the week that PayPal has done a bunch of chargebacks on PlayStation Network transactions. And I guess it was in the UK, so it wasn't affecting anyone in North America, at least for now. And I guess I had read about chargebacks on another unrelated story a few weeks ago. I guess it's just like when something goes through but then gets canceled, they charge them.
So so I make a purchase on the store.
Yeah, and then you either don't pay it or something, or with no intention of paying it, and it costs, and then PayPal charges the person. So and then in reality,
so I buy a game for $5.
Yeah.
And then what? I call PayPal and say I didn't buy that game.
Yeah, or you have no intention of purchasing it or whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever account it was for gets charged that. I guess, it was streamers. I was reading about streamers. They get tips using either stolen credit card or just a normal credit card, or your mom, whatever credit card, and then they don't pay it. That person gets charged that. And then it results in the person not getting the donation as well as a charge, and it sets their account into the negative until they pay off that balance. And that's essentially what happened with a bunch of streamers, because people are assholes.
Like party streamers.
Yeah, like Twitch streamers and shit.
Party streamers. I was making a joke.
I know what you were. That's why I kept going. Maybe I'll roll my eyes a few times during the podcast.
I stopped doing it. I stopped rolling my eyes at your bad jokes. I now just sit here and think, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, much like that party streamers joke. So I guess in a bunch of accounts were banned and suspended until the accounts are back in the positive. I guess you can email PlayStation because it was just a glitch. These accounts are not actually being... Yeah, it's a glitch in either the PlayStation or in PayPal. And I'm like, the hell's using PayPal for the PlayStation Network? I didn't even know you could.
You use PayPal to pay for everything.
I don't. And then there was a story about, I guess it was an easy PlayStation 4 Platinum trophy. And for those who don't know what a Platinum trophy is, when you get all the trophies in a game, they give you a Platinum trophy, signifying that you've completed every trophy that they have in the game. And it just, if you're a trophy hunter, it looks nice because you have that Platinum trophy. I myself have 4, and they were hard as hell. And sometimes I try to get them, and other times I just say, fuck it. Once you look at a trophy list, it's almost impossible. We got that DC one, which is a bitch.
You gotta play the game 6 times, but it's fairly easy.
Yeah, it is. But like that is a trophy well earned, and I'm proud of that Platinum trophy.
It's the only one I have.
Yeah. So there was a game called 5-Star. Yeah, it is. 5-Star 1000 Top Rated is the name of the game. And it's basically a mobile puzzle game where they took a picture from, let's say, Google, and they cut it into little pieces and shuffled it around. And then you just have to put it back together. And you can do, if you do all their puzzles in 20 minutes, I guess you guaranteed a Platinum trophy. And then if you like their game or like their Facebook page or subscribe, they give you detailed instructions on how to solve the puzzle quickly. So you can get the game in 20 minutes. And this is like, I guess the advertising for it was exactly this. And I guess Sony was like, okay, you have to take this game down. But it was like, and everyone knew it was because it was easy, but they said it violated their marketing terms. Mm-hmm. Like they were just advertising it as an easy trophy, telling people to do this, and it was super easy. So they made him take it down. And the guy was like, I will comply with this, and then I will put it right back up. So it'll be going back up. So if you want an easy Platinum trophy. Oh, by the way, the game's $1.
Oh, that's it?
That's $1, and that's kind of where it was. A lot of people were getting annoyed at that too. So the last big game story that came out this week was the Super Nintendo Classic Mini.
That's the gray and purple one.
Yes, if you live in the North America, United States area.
Yeah, that's all we're talking to. We lost our Britain. Our Britain guy, the guy from London.
Yeah.
Right? We lost him. So.
But we did pick up a guy in Nicaragua and... Damn, what was the other place? Somewhere else. He might get the other one.
Maybe.
A British guy, if you're out there, you get a classic too. It's just different colors. So, it'll come out in... I lost the date. September 29th in the UK and in the US. So, pretty much that date. It'll cost... In the US, it's $80. In Canada, it'll be $100. It comes with 21 games and 2 controllers. And the cords will be longer than the NES
and the 2
Mini.
They gave you the
so instead of sitting on the edge of your TV stand, you can now sit on the floor right in front of your TV. No, they promised they would be longer so you could actually sit on your couch. It's just a plug-and-play system. I guess it has 21 great games, which is 9 fewer than the one before it. But I guess these games are bigger, and they gave you another controller. So I guess that's okay.
It is cool that they gave you the 2 controllers.
Yeah, definitely, because the list, there's a lot of multiplayer games. So I'll give you kind of... I guess it's not even that long. Top 5? Okay. Donkey Kong, Earthbound, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Star Fox, and Star Fox 2, which has never been officially released. Mm-hmm. Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World, I guess Super Mario Metroid and Super Punch-Out. There was more than 5, but I don't care. Yeah. The only glaring omission, at least to me, is Donkey Kong Country 2.
Is not on.
It is not on this list.
Is that the one that Valerie's playing right now?
Yes. Because I still have my Super Nintendo, I could still play it. It's not that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. But in all reality, this system is a great deal. For $100, you get 2 controllers.
I'm gonna try to get one this time.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So, for $100, at least in Canada, you get 21 games, 2 controllers, and the ability to play them easily without having to figure out how to hook up a console to a TV, because some smart TVs you can't. Or you need another piece of hardware.
Yeah.
I unfortunately just have 1,000 plugs and hardware to do that. I can figure out how to hook up a Super to a smart TV, but I can't figure out how to hook a fucking mic to a laptop. Durr. But, so, as with the Mini, this thing was sold out in like 20 seconds. The Mini for the regular Nintendo.
Yeah, the NES Mini.
And is now on eBay and Amazon for like $400.
I'm going to try to snake 2 of these. I think I might.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to buy one and then sell one. Yeah. Because economy. But yeah. So right now, I guess the pre-orders, there's been a few in the UK. And I guess they sold out in like half a second, which makes sense. But Nintendo did say they are going to increase production on this so to not leave out fans, much like they did the NES Classic. Which sucked because they screwed themselves out of millions of dollars, basically, if they had made a shit ton more.
Yeah.
Because everyone would have bought this damn thing. I wanted one. He wanted one. My parents wanted one. My sister wanted one.
My sister wanted
and
one.
for $80 a pop, you
That's
just
why my sister took your NES.
Yeah, his sister took my Super Nintendo.
Super.
Yeah, and it's just like, make enough to buy these things. People want them. I don't understand why you would not want to do this. But going along with this trend, do you think the next thing they do is a mini N64? Yeah, right?
Fuck. I think if, like, now you got me thinking, like, I don't want to spend $100 on this, $100 on this, $100. You know?
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking, like, fuck, do I wait a few more months or wait until next year and see if
these things were kind of almost a year apart.
Yeah.
So going off what we had,
do I wait
next
until
year would be technically the 64
I would
set.
rather have that.
Yeah.
I played a lot more N64 than I did. I never had a Super like we talked about.
Yeah.
I didn't play. I don't think I really played the Super that much.
Going off this, okay, so I forget who it was, but on Twitter the other day, I saw a guy went out and priced off of Amazon and various online retailers how much these would cost if you bought them offline. And it was like $878.
Like if you went and bought 2 controllers, a console,
and all these games, it's $878. Woo. So, and that's if you do it the legal way. Obviously, you could do it the other way with emulators, but a lot of people don't want to do that, and sometimes it's complicated. It can screw up your stuff. Again, I didn't say we did it. I just said you could.
Saying allegedly it could be done.
Allegedly, things can be done.
Yeah.
Well, they hacked the Mini.
Yeah, allegedly they could hack the Mini.
Well, they didn't allegedly do it. They did it.
Allegedly.
Well, we don't have one, so we can't say allegedly we did it or not because we ain't got one.
Allegedly, you could.
So, like, some of these games I've never played, but I would like to, and some of these games I have played and still own. So, like, but they're hard, and again, they're hard and expensive to find. Last week, I picked up GoldenEye for $26 for this the N64, but the last time I had looked, because we wanted to play the N64, we found it for about an average price of about $90.
Yeah, it was
so just going off that, like, I own Donkey Kong, but Earthbound I don't. And then Final Fantasy I'd love to play. Kirby is on here. Zelda I don't own. Both Star Fox would be great to play. Mario Kart is fun. There's an RPG for Mario, which I've never played. Legend of the Seven Stars. Super Metroid. And Yoshi's Island I'd love to play. Super World I actually have for the 3DS. So, but again, that'd be fun to play on the actual console itself, yeah. They could have just cheaped out and put Mario All-Stars on there too, and then they could have had more games.
Yeah,
but whatever. I think that's a good list. I think it's a reasonable price in all reality. But maybe one week we'll discuss what we would like out of a. If they're going to keep continuing this trend, obviously the next one would be the 64, followed by the GameCube, and I think they'd probably end it there because the other two are kind of relatively new. So maybe one week we'll do a topic and discuss that. And I know there's been a lot of discussion about should PlayStation do this with a PlayStation 1 and do a PlayStation Classic Mini, and then the list of games for that would be astronomical.
I really want a 64 now, though.
Yeah, no, that's all you're thinking about.
I would rather, in a heartbeat, I'd buy that one over the Super.
Well, there's a lot of good 64 games, but I know GoldenEye, I think, would be off that list because it's owned by Xbox and Rare, right? Mm-hmm. And they wouldn't have the license, so that probably wouldn't even be on there. But I know that would be a lot of people's list.
Yeah.
I know Super Mario would be on there, probably Mario Kart. Probably Smash.
Yeah, Super Mario.
Oh man, the list of games that could go on this thing would be amazing. I'm gonna skip this story. It was just about Marvel bringing all its shows to Comic-Con, and basically that means we'll just get a bunch of trailers for next season. Mm-hmm. So then we have, I have a little bit of movie news. So the New Mutants, as we had talked about a few weeks ago, Rosario Dawson was cast to play in the New Mutants. She has since left. Nobody is certain why. My thing is probably that Marvel said no.
I would say not so much Marvel saying no. It would be more a like she had a chance to think about what she was actually going to be doing.
Yeah.
And then realized I probably shouldn't be in these X-Men movies.
Because I'm already in 6 Marvel properties.
Yeah,
as
I'm already
it
in
is.
6 TV shows as it is.
So she's been replaced with Alice Braga. She is playing the same character.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
She was replaced.
I was just stalling for time until I figured out where she was from, because in this article it said where she was from, but now I can't find it. But either way, Rosario Dawson is no longer in this movie, which I think is for the better, because no offense to Rosario Dawson, she's already in a bunch of Marvel shit, and just seeing her as a different X-Men character would just seem kind of pointless, especially when she has such a predominant thing in the TV shows. And she's in the fucking Team Up show, so it's just like, what are you doing? You got a steady paycheck, go away. And then we had the Wonder Woman continuing to make a shit ton of money,
dominate. So it has now passed
oh, good. You're going to talk for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to talk. It is the highest grossing female director action film.
Which props to her.
Props to her. Props. And it has now... They say it does. They say it passed it, but when you do check the actual numbers, it says it hasn't passed. But definitely by the end of this weekend it will. It will pass the domestic take on the DCEU film, so that means it will pass Batman vs Superman at like 330. Batman vs.
I got it. See, I think I haven't updated from this. I got it from IGN. It was from yesterday. It's from today actually. Yeah. It edged it by 0.1.
Okay.
So as of Thursday, which would have been yesterday, it earned 330.5 million, edging Batman versus Superman 330.4.
Okay.
So it is ahead of it.
So
now.
It is ahead.
Yeah.
So that means it's the highest grossing DCEU movie.
Yes.
It probably won't pass The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises because they're like at 450.
Yeah, I meant to check before we started what their run was at.
They're like plus 100.
Yeah.
Probably not going to beat that. But
well, that's what happens when you have good movies.
But yeah, like it just good on them for finally fucking making a movie that can pass everything else.
Well, so here's I know you want to talk, but here's the thing. So I got in this article. The reason why is, of course, like it did great critically. And people loved it as opposed
so fucking much.
Well, see, here's the thing. It also didn't have that drop because it was good. So it only took it 28 days, whereas it took Batman vs. Superman 84 days.
Yeah.
So it just fucking crushed it.
It dragged. Like,
yeah.
The other movies fucking crawl, whereas this is just crushing it week to week. Week to week, it's like when you read the reports before the weekend, it always gave numbers of like it's going to drop 60%.
Yeah.
Especially the first weekend.
And they did.
No, it only dropped 40%.
No, I mean like the other two.
Yeah.
Squad like dropped off the damn radar.
Yeah, like those ones those were old and crap.
Yeah, those were old and crap.
But no, I'm talking like Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
it was going to drop 60. It only dropped like 50.
Yeah.
The next weekend was going to drop 40. It only dropped like 25.
And it had
solid
solid competition afterwards too. So props to it.
Yeah. What else do we got here? We got.
Just a side note, internationally, it probably will not beat Batman v Superman.
No.
It's as of right now, it stands at 750 million, and Batman v Superman was 873. So as of right now, it probably won't.
It's quite a gap,
Yeah.
I was reading some stuff about the Chinese market.
Yeah.
And I guess they are going into negotiations relatively soon because their contract with them is about to expire or whatever. So I'm going to try to just remember this off the top of my fucking head. I should have wrote this down yesterday. But I believe they get a quarter. So like Hollywood gets a quarter of the box office take. The other 75% stays in China.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Of the American movies.
Yeah.
But I guess there's some shady fucking shit going on because they were reading what it was saying is that like so China will sell you a ticket to China movie A.
Yeah.
And then on that ticket scratch out the name and write Batman v Superman.
Oh yeah.
And then you go watch Batman v Superman. But then but based on ticket sales they didn't sell that ticket, so they don't have to give the Americans any fucking money.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's very shady. Like
that might explain a few movies why you see them do very well overseas, and then other times where you're like things should do well over there and they don't.
It was just like if I find the article, I'll like link it somewhere. I'll look it up again. So
I've actually just a side note. I meant to mention this while we were doing it. I've actually thought about. A lot of places, when they do these type of news rundowns, they link the stories below. I've actually thought about doing that, so if people wanted to go further read, they can.
Yeah.
So it's just a side note.
I'll find this article and we'll add it to this video.
I'll link it in the. Or I might put it here in the description, or I'll put it in the description below.
Yeah. But it was pretty interesting. Like I said, just some shady shit's going on.
Oh yeah, that seems very shady.
So. Not a lot of movie news. Moving on, we just watched the. Are we going to talk about Jumanji? I want to talk about Jumanji.
Yeah, I want to talk about Jumanji.
So we just watched the trailer. It came out yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, it dropped.
And
I liked it.
I liked it. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, right instantly before the movie even came out or this trailer, like the first thing you knew was like Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. I was like, sold $10. Just fucking.
Plus, right on top of that, also like. You got Jack Black and Karen Gillian.
Yeah.
I'm in. Those four people right there, I absolutely love in pretty much anything they do. So I'm in. Like,
but yeah, right away it was like The Rock and Kevin Hart. I'm in.
Yeah.
But the trailer looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked the concept. I knew going into the trailer that they were going into the Jumanji.
Yeah.
That the Jumanji wasn't coming out like the first one. So I was prepared for what I got.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
The world doesn't seem to be, but they said that's what was going to happen. The title is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It comes out at the end of the year, doesn't it?
December 20th.
December 20th.
Yeah. Is its current release date.
Yeah. Arriving this Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out.
So, also... tiny bit of movie news that I just want to kind of throw out there because I want to help it because I want this to happen. So this week, Power Rangers was released on DVD, Blu-ray, and all its other crap. Yeah. We watched it. I had watched it for the second time. You had watched it. You had actually enjoyed it.
It wasn't horrible. I actually talked to a few people at work, and they had just watched it too.
Yeah.
And they were like, not bad.
I think due to poor initial marketing, poor marketing leaking out wise, I think this movie got a bad rap. Plus, being Power Rangers, everyone thought it was going to be corny and cheesy, much like the TV show, which granted part of it was. But I do think if you have not seen this movie, you should watch it, purchase it, and show the studio that you want a sequel, because I think this movie deserves one. I'd like to see what they can do with another set of films. And much like other things, the toy sales for the movie and also the TV series Ninja Steel, which I read, that's what was helping it. Not just the movie's toy sales. The current TV shows as well have gone up 23%. So the studio is seriously considering, because they're already in talks, right? They're seriously considering doing a sequel because of the toy sales, and people seem to be now going to see the movie and enjoying it. So if you haven't, go watch it. It's a decent flick. It's well paced. It's a little slow, but it's well paced. There's a build to it. So I think the next one will be more of a faster paced.
We could do a whole review on the movie.
Yeah,
but
I just wanted to quickly throw that out there because I think people owe it to themselves to watch it.
I'll just add that I still don't know, unless like these toys would have to sell fucking hundreds of millions of,
Yeah.
I still don't know if a sequel would be warranted based off just pure figures of what this movie made and what it got.
Figures.
Yeah. Because it's just like what it made and what it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Is it worth more money? Just
I was just hoping that
I don't know.
based off of sales and word of mouth,
like maybe if
studio
DVD
wise
sales go through, like Blu-ray sales go.
Well,
through,
I know that's why like some some things get that next release because of either toy sales and combination with DVD sales.
Like if the Blu-rays and stuff go through the roof.
Yeah.
But based off theatrical numbers,
no theatrical. No, but sometimes like they do make up with sales from the home release warranting a thing. So that's what I'm hoping for. So may do a commentary on it one day.
We should.
Our commentary, the one we did, seems to be great. We keep trying to do another one. Just time. Yeah.
So did you see the thing about the one shots might be coming back to Marvel?
I know. See, here's the weird thing. I've seen stuff about that, but they've done animated one shots. So they did a bunch for the new Avengers TV show, and I saw one for Spider-Man, which I have not watched.
Like for Homecoming?
No, just a Spider-Man like animated one for just randomness showing his origin. So
well, I think they're bringing back are the 20-minute live-action shorts that they did.
Which, interestingly, I've never watched any of them.
Yeah, I've never watched any of them.
I don't care.
Don't care. I'm like, if it didn't make it into the cut of the movie, it clearly does not matter.
But it's not even like a deleted scene. It's an extra add-on that I don't give a shit about.
But I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But they might be bringing that back.
Yeah.
Good on them.
I guess it's just extra content that people want, I guess. That's why they did them initially. But more power to them. We got Quicksilver is back in X-Men Dark Phoenix, which... Okay, he was cool in the movie he was in. So, I have no hope for Dark Phoenix. So,
it's not looking good. I'm not really...
I have no hope for any Fox film other than Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not interested in the next set of movies.
So
we'll get into that a little later.
Yeah, so just I'm going to jump back to TV for a second, or to TV, just because I kind of mentioned Fox. The Inhumans was supposed to be a movie, but because they decided to go with Black Panther, they pushed the Inhumans to TV. They started doing it on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess, and now they've taped, 8 episodes?
Something like that.
2 are on IMAX. The trailer dropped this week, and it seems to be a collective dud, given what the internet has said about it. I had watched the trailer earlier. He watched it just now. And it looks like shit. For a movie they seem to have spent money on to tape it in IMAX, I don't know where the money went. Maybe just for the cameras. Because it looks terrible, and I don't know, all the suits look like shit. Yeah. It just looks like shit.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
oh well, it'll probably get a season or 2. I mean, I'm sure they'll write out like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
I
will not watch it. Like, I have no interest in it.
I like to see what they do. Like, I watched the first 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I may check this out. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I say that now, full well knowing I probably won't. Yeah. I'm just intrigued by it. Then we had the unfortunate passing of Adam West 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So he is obviously the mayor on Family Guy, and they had asked what their plans were now that he had passed.
Yeah.
I guess he has some dialogue written for 5 additional episodes next season.
Oh, that's cool.
So they will keep them in here. They're not going to change any of the dialogue.
They'll probably do the Crab Apple approach where you just won't see Adam West anymore.
Yeah,
you won't see Mary West
so
anymore.
they said they're going to keep him in there because they've got a bunch of funny bits with him, and they haven't decided long term like what happens after that.
Yeah.
Like, do they just let him leave? Do they have an interim mayor? Like anything like that. But they do have 5 episodes where they're going to keep his dialogue intact, and he does have predominantly a few episodes where he is the main focus, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. I hate when like there's the unfortunate passing of an actor, and they either like screw up what he has or changed it based off like what they would do,
or like CGI someone's face so that he's in the car next to him.
It looks so bad in the Fast and the Furious.
So you can both drive away in the sunset.
So stupid. How are those movies still on?
Oh man, those movies make. I was looking at going back to what we just. I was looking at Chinese box office numbers.
So man, they love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think worldwide, Fast 8 made like $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe 600,000 of it, $600,000 of it, or 600 million of it, China. 600 million China alone. That's really worldwide, and then the rest is like Europe, I guess.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. They love that shit.
Oh, they do. So that was it, I believe, for TV. Then we had Fox putting out just release dates for movies, which I guess we can speculate what they're going to be.
Yeah, we'll go through those.
So we have. You want to read them?
Yeah, I'll read them.
Alrighty.
So April 13th, 2018 is when we get the New Mutants, which we talked about earlier with the whole cast switch of Rosario Dawson and stuff.
Yep.
June 1st is Deadpool 2.
Yep.
Which is definitely something we're going to see.
Oh, definitely.
November 2nd is the Dark Phoenix, X-Men Dark Phoenix, which is like the next set after Apocalypse.
Yep. Which will probably not be good.
Not be good. It will be like Apocalypse. It will be like Days of Past.
Will we see it? Yes. Will you get a reacts for it? Probably.
Yeah. So and then moving forward, you got 2019, 2020, and 2021.
Yeah.
There's 3 movies in 19, 3 movies in 20, and 1 movie posted for 2021.
Yeah.
They start off in the spring. No, they start off in the fall, summer, and winter, fall, and summer.
Yeah, we got June, November, March, June, October, March. Yeah. So just speculating here, one of those is obviously Deadpool 3.
Deadpool 3 would probably, based off the numbers, be...
I was thinking October 2020.
I wasn't going to go that far, actually. I wasn't going to go that... yeah, I guess it would be October 2020, maybe June 2020.
Yeah, one of those spots in the 2020 is definitely Deadpool
3.
The next one will be an X-Men flick.
Yeah, which is probably the last one, like, because if maybe October 2nd, 2020 would be like the next X-Men one.
So in this article that
we mentioned last week about the possible reboot of Fantastic Four with the kids, like so that might be in there, and maybe Gambit. Based
off Fox's property in this article I have right here, and what we know of Fox's property, they have X-Men, X-Force, the next Deadpool, Gambit, if they ever get it off the ground, and the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, we got here 5 release dates or 6 release dates and 5 possible films. So granted, Fantastic Four, if they are going to do one, I think they have to do one soon because of when the license expires.
I don't know the dates.
I don't know, because they almost lost the license the last time because they waited so long. So if, and again, this is all just guesswork, if one of those dates in 2020 is Deadpool, the other dates, one is probably the Fantastic Four.
Probably, yeah.
And then one is obviously the X-Force film, which I think is farther along than
I thought that was gonna be. I think that's gonna be 19. That's gonna be a definite like June 7th, 2019.
The June one.
X-Force.
And then the next date, if the Gambit one, I think they're trying to get off the ground, will probably as soon as possible. And then, like, they're obviously all going to be a sequel or some sort of spin-off of their main series, because I don't think they own any other property.
No.
So let's just say you can't have the X-Force be a sequel here either, because it'd be too close together.
Yeah.
So
if there is an X-Force,
one is an X-Force, one's probably a sequel to the current X-Men. One's a sequel to Deadpool, one's a Fantastic Four, and one's Gambit.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. God, I hope they don't make another Fantastic Four. Just let those rights go back to Marvel. Because I think if anyone could actually do a proper Fantastic Four movie, it would be Marvel.
Yeah.
I think it would be...
Because they can't do anything wrong.
No, but I think it would be in the same tune of, let's say, Ant-Man or Guardians. Like, kind of a mix between those two in terms of, like, comedic tone and story.
Yeah.
I think they could do a much better job than Fox did. Cause, like, the first Fantastic Four wasn't bad.
I didn't mind them.
The second one was terrible, but that's just because they botched the Silver Surfer as well as Galactus.
Well, okay, that second one. Okay, so those first two aren't bad. They're a product of the time.
Yeah.
Our expectations for what a comic book movie could and should be completely fucking different.
And so Fast Four Stick, whatever the fuck you want, did not meet it.
Yeah, Fan Four Stick did not fucking meet it
at
all.
Not even close.
We had such high expectations for what a movie should be, and like you should know what makes a good movie, and they just fucking did not know.
No,
they did not know.
No, you have tons of movies to look at to say, hey, this is what makes a good movie, and they were like, nah, we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do it.
No, not at all.
Why do I want to do that?
Why would I want to make Why would I want to make a movie that's good that my director likes makes me money? Who needs that?
Yeah.
You got any more movie news? TV news?
I actually do not.
Wow. Okay.
I guess the last thing I just want to throw up is that picture I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
We could put it up right here. Be right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. There's this.
Be right here.
Yeah. I know how to do that now.
It's going to be right there. Look right there. That's where it's going. I'm trying to find the right spot. Right there.
Right in the middle.
Right there. Right there. That's where it's going. Fucking horrible.
Yes.
This is what Marvel does all the time with their fucking...
And just with the last, 5 movies, they started doing this shit.
That they don't, for some reason, do not film the actors. Like, they don't take pictures of the guys in the suits.
No.
And then use those photos for covers of magazines or
any
promotional art. I'm
gonna put it in the thumbnail.
And it just looks so fucking bad when they just scan. So the picture has Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man, laying above New York in a hammock makeshift
made of his webbing, yeah.
Right? And it literally, when you look at the picture, is just it's so bad that his head is floating on the picture.
It is really bad.
He's not present in that photo.
No, he's not. And it looks so bad. It looks like early Mad TV drawing.
Yeah, it just looks so bad. I'm reminded by the Black Panther one a couple months ago. I'm reminded by any picture in the last, like you said, 5 years. Any poster that you see, all the other Spider-Man posters, we've talked about it between the two of us. There's the one where he's laying on the park bench. Yeah. And you could tell that he's cut and pasted on top of a bench. It's why can't you just film him on take a fucking picture of him on a bench, and then you put the background New York in the background, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But
get a bench in the studio behind a blue screen.
Yeah, have him lay on that fucking bench. They don't. It's just completely CGI, and it just looks horrible.
It does. It looks awful, and they keep doing it. And I don't know why, but that's where we're at.
Yep. So that was the last story I had.
What are we at?
1 hour even, almost.
1 hour even? Okay. Well, then I guess we can talk about the comic story I have, because we've got enough time for that. We'll fill the last little bit with that. And since I have the name in front of me, last week I could not for the life of me remember what the hell this was called. So this is your weekly Secret Empire update.
Okay.
Banner across the screen. Not really, but I was making that joke last week, and I couldn't remember what it was. So this week, Secret Empire came out, and much like every other issue, there's this great revelation of shit that's going on. So we learned a few weeks ago that Thor is with Cap Hydra, and we can't figure out why. And it's basically because he wants to be. He basically says like why he wants to be there, but he also is getting to the point where he doesn't completely believe what Steve is doing anymore. Mm-hmm. So he is starting to turn on him.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I started reading books this week.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, I do have the reason why. He went with him because for some reason Steve can pick up the hammer, which makes no sense.
This new one that he's wielding, or like his actual hammer.
His Mjolnir. He can actually pick up Mjolnir, which makes...
I thought he's picked it up before.
But he should not be worthy at this point to pick up Mjolnir.
Why? Because he's Hydra?
Yeah, because he's executed a shit ton of people. And murdered a bunch of people.
That doesn't mean that doesn't have to do with worth. I mean, Thor's killed people and still is worthy to pick it up.
Yeah, but in the name of like justice while fighting, Cap's just outright murdered people with a firing squad. And he bombed Vegas to the point where he killed thousands of people. Because he was annoyed.
His reasons, it worked.
Yeah, but he can still pick up the hammer.
Yeah,
so Thor's like, oh, he must be well, okay, he must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Is basically
why. There must be an end game that the hammer sees this is good still.
Or the hammer's just stupid and has no idea what it's doing. Which I fully believe. So, also, we find out more about Good Cap. He's stuck in the mysterious realm known as the Vanishing Point. He's in there along with versions of Bucky and Rhodes, War Machine, as well as, for some reason, Red Skull, who shows up doing his best impersonation of Negan from The Walking Dead. He's covered in blood and carrying a baseball bat. So there's that. So it does look like all these people are stuck in this mysterious realm, which I think just is they're stuck in the cosmic cube.
Oh.
So when they do come back, like they'll just come back, and that's how they're going to bring back all these characters that have died that people want back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out another big thing, that Bruce Banner is not dead. He's technically alive. I guess after he was shot in Civil War II by Hawkeye. They saved him, but not perfectly, so he's flawed, and he's beginning to break down slowly. And when he turns into the Hulk, he's basically Zombie Hulk.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he's like 4 times more dangerous than actual Hulk. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zombie Hulk.
Yeah, that was your Secret Empire update. People are not dead, and neither is Hulk. Much like every other comic book, no one actually dies anymore.
Nope,
not
anymore.
And it's sad. And that is all for news stories that I have for this week.
Yep, me too.
So, like we said, it was pretty scarce, as you saw us just kind of jumping around, because we just kind of I went to other places than I normally go to for news.
Yeah, it's hard to find stories.
It's that period after E3 and before Comic-Con, so there's kind of like a lull, and everything's kind of already announced. So, unless stuff leaks or there's spoilers out, we got nothing. Mm-hmm. So we kind of just grab what we can that seems interesting, hence why we had all those stories. So I think that'll wrap it up for this week's podcast. I thank you for joining us. You can
comment, like, follow, subscribe.
There you go. So I have been Anthony. This is Nick. We will see you on the next Talking Bull podcast.
Bye.
Bye.